We started, by the way, just in case you didn't.
Where was the countdown?
I think, yeah, you might have just missed it.
Shit. Okay, all right, let's go.
No pressure, no pressure. But the spotlight is on you. You have like 100 people watching, so but no pressure.
All right, let's do it. Ok, salut, salut, bonjour, bonsoir à tous les éditeurs.
Oh my god, what is this, dude? What are you doing? What is this?
Christian, you just cut me. You know, I can't even finish this, man. We're back to English. You know what?
No,
I'm
man.
finishing this anyway. I'm finishing this.
Finish it. Finish strong.
All right,
bro.
let me restart.
Finish strong.
Bonjour, bonsoir à tous les auditeurs, auditrices. Je suis Pierre, en compagnie de Christian. Nous sommes sur le 6 et ce soir, nous allons essayer de disséquer Vinland Saga, plus précisément,
What the fuck?
épisode 13 de la
Episode
saison
3.
seconde.
Jesus Christ.
What?
He's speaking
Crazy.
in poems right now.
He's speaking in tongues. Literally, this was supposed to be like good morning, good night. I don't know for the listeners, but French is like yeah, because French is masculine or feminine. So it was like auditeur for the guys and auditrice for the women, as in listeners, boys, listeners, girls. Yeah, we're story analysis, and then blah blah blah. We're gonna try to dissect Vinland Saga more precisely, episode 13 of the second season. So, and next week.
You know what's crazy, dude? I just realized that you do not have an accent. I just realized, like you have no accent in English whatsoever.
Honestly, man, I don't know.
What did you do?
What's even nicer, dude? I'm able to speak these languages in their accents too. It's not like he doesn't have the English,
I can hear it.
The French, or he doesn't have the Creole. Like if it's Creole for next week when I do the Creole, like all my Zos, the fucking all the Haitians. So I'll be like
say something in Spanish. Let me hear you.
Yo no soy, pero mi nombre es Pierre. No, mi nombre es Pedro. So the Pedro would be for Pierre. That's the fucking translation. But I don't know. What would it say? Cuidado, niña. We're at La Placita. La Placita. These people are dancing. No, this is a story. I'm gonna get you back. We're at La Placita in Puerto Rico. These people were dancing, and then some girl bumped into me, and I was like, "Cuidado, niña." I was like, "Oh, that's so dope."
What does that
just mean be careful. That just mean be careful, girl.
That sounds so aggressive.
Crazy shit.
But yeah, like I can hear the intonation. Like, is that a conscious thing on your part? Because it sounds honestly, like you're just you have it nailed.
Honestly, I when you grew up in Haiti, they taught you these languages. It was from a professor. Oh, that was loud. That actually spoke. Whoa, are they drag racing by my house? It was that actually spoke the language. So like hearing how he rolls his R's, like no, like doing all the freaking. There's so much that I forgot actually. But yeah. Like Jose, tú sabes, and ella sabe, nosotros. Yeah, it was like just hearing. I don't know. He did it with that. It wasn't just like yo say or tú sabes. Or, I don't know. He had the flair, which made all of us want to have the flair. Although we're not even freaking. We don't even speak Spanish like that, or even French. My French professor was like dope. Like Monsieur Pierre, oui Monsieur Pierre, je m'appelle Pierre Laguerre. Like you need to speak it with the R. Like you need to just be like oui, j'aime le football. It needs to come out rolling in your Creole. I even had a Creole professor, bro, like in Haiti. Like, yo, ça a fait tout bas. Faut qu'on comprenne pour parler Creole bien. Like, faut qu'on comprenne pour écrire. Faut qu'on comprenne.
Yo, you just switched so quickly, man. See, dude, I'm glad that you have an awareness and an appreciation for the subtleties that go behind, like how to speak a language. Because there's this big thing in the anime community. I don't know if you are aware of it, but there's always this like argument between subs versus dubs. So it's like listening in the native language or listening in the dub language. Like typically it's like English. Now, me personally, I really pick up on a lot of the subtleties that go into voice performances, especially for like anime. So, and I can also pick up on like the Japanese voice subtleties and the effort that goes in on that side of things. And typically with English dub, the actors, they don't feel as high quality as the Japanese actors. And I find that the people who don't understand why English can sound so bad compared to Japanese are the people who can't pick up on the subtleties and the nuances in how you say words and how
Yeah.
you, like you said, how you add flares to certain things that you speak with.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the fact that you are already equipped with that understanding, I feel like you can appreciate Japanese performances, whereas other people, you can appreciate it more than a lot of people
Yeah, I do.
can.
Do I really do? It's authentic. It's natural. It's the way it's supposed to
Yeah.
sound. Yeah, even what was that, an episode ago or 2 episodes ago when I was saying in Puerto Rico or Colombia somewhere I ate something. I'm like, because I can't pronounce it well. I'm like, you know what? To not butcher this, I'm just not
Right.
gonna say this until I know how to say it properly. As in, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain respect that you must have for a different language because it's beautiful to hear and it shouldn't just be butchered. Like it should be
Yes.
respected. No, that's the identity of a people. That's their
Yes.
freaking. I don't know. It's just a bunch of shit, man. Which is another reason why. Well, this is a whole different fucking digressing. Even French, that I speak French, my father hates French. Like my girlfriend's mom doesn't even like French too, for the same reason that it was a language that was imposed on you by fucking French when they colonized you and freaking got you in slavery and shit until you gain your independence. As in that
Mm-hmm.
language was carved onto Haiti. Creole was supposed to be your language, but yeah, it's crazy shit. But language is a big thing, man. It's a big
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah. It's massive. Massive.
Yeah,
I need to
that's why when
learn.
you're yeah,
I
that's
need
why
to
when you're
learn some shit.
colonized, the first thing they're trying to get rid of is language. This is
Mm-hmm.
crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. We've derailed,
Well,
Christian. Ugh, fuck.
almost 8 minutes in. It's a new record.
That's a
It's a
new
new record.
record. All right, Dark Clouds. Dark Clouds, episode 13. Gloomy
Mm.
as fuck. There's fire.
Yep.
What is going on? There's a baby crying.
Oh man, his
This is for the
voice.
Apple Podcast listeners. Well,
You can
YouTube
do
too,
so
because
many
fuck, you're not gonna see your
things.
face. I can do so many
Speak
things.
different languages. You could pretend to be babies. What
All right,
can this
Christian. Now you
man
just
not do?
where has this hype man been? Like, just you. What, like 20 episodes in, I'm finally getting some hype. Not even for the causes I would want to get hyped for, but but
What,
sure.
bro? You don't hear my ahs in the background whenever you say something? That's hype, man. I'm hyping
That's
you up.
hype. That's hype, man. Get it? That's dope. But yeah, crazy shit. So a slave is holding a sword. The guy's like,
Mm-hmm.
"I'll release you. I'll pay you. Like, I'm sorry for what I've done." He's like, "Nah. Try being a slave so you can feel the rage I felt." He's like, all right, I'll be your slave. I'll be your slave. And I'm assuming because of how we finished the episode already. Yeah, we know that the Jew was fucked up. But yeah, as in he mistreated his slaves. But I'm assuming he had a certain level of his ego, his dignity would never allow him to do such things. But it's just to show you how cowardly human beings would become when it comes to saving their own lives. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
because he appeared to be a ruthless person. Any slave or people that you have working for you that's willing to freaking risk dying to get out of there and kill you in the process, you must have been a bad master. But for him to get to that point, be like, "Oh no, I'll be your slave. I'll do it. I'll do it." It's like, I don't know. It
Yeah,
almost feels
right.
like you weren't that. Like you had to
You weren't
revert
that
to that.
dude.
Yeah, this is the
You weren't
last
that guy.
straw. Yeah, I just saw you like shit like dignity. There's a bunch of things that people that are inflicting pain on people they shouldn't. Like even like a slave, for example, right? If he or she's being bad, I understand for discipline. But people that are just okay with just inflicting pain for their own joy, for like or no reason at all, or like some of the biggest
Mm-hmm.
cowards, because
Yeah.
because dignity
Yep.
don't normally go hand in hand in character with people that are bad at heart. You know, it's like it's just. But yeah, it's some crazy shit.
Yeah, there was a quote. I don't remember like word for word what it was, but I remember the essence of the quote was that uh it takes a bigger man to not pick on the little guy. It was something like that, but it was
Mm,
emphasizing the fact that only those who are truly like powerful and strong in the truest sense of the word are people
Okay.
who don't abuse their power or abuse their strength. Those are the ones who are
Yeah,
truly strong.
that is
Yeah.
true. Because it takes a lot of strength to be patient and to have self restraint. Yeah, like
Yeah.
lashing out and going crazy. That's like a weakness. That's you letting your emotion dictate your actions and being in
Yeah.
control. Like being nah, bro. Christian, stop, bro. We can't. They're
Yeah.
not paying us for these
Yeah.
philosophical lessons, Christian. Just let's just stick to anime for them. Just-
But
bro, I can't.
so you know what's also interesting is that in this season, the brutality of being a slave is somewhat diluted from all the favorable conditions that we
That
see
is true.
Thorfinn and Einar living in.
That is true.
So this murdering spree that the runaway slave is on in the beginning of this episode, it's a product of the rage that uh, comes from being a slave. It's a kind of rage that festers and grows over the course of many years due to that constant dehumanization that you have to face as a slave. And I think the runaway slave's introduction here serves as a reminder that even though the images we've been painted of slavery on Kettle's farm has been relatively tame, the
Yeah.
author doesn't want to downplay the psychological damage that slavery causes and how one of the many side effects of its dehumanization can be so strong that it stirs up a rage so powerful that it would enable a person like Gardar to, what I would imagine, he bypassed certain limiters on the human condition, specifically like pain tolerance because he got injured, but he's still going and attacking people, multiple people
Yeah.
at once. The need to eat, and then morality, like all these things, they kind of go to the wayside and make room for his rage to just dominate his everything. Like he just sees
Mm-hmm.
red. So, but yeah, this guy must have so much fun writing this story, man. I don't know, dude. He
Right?
must have to like he has to tap into some dark places, the dark recesses of the human psychology, and then draw out some kind of tangible theme, and then incorporate that theme into a story. Oh man,
That's true. And the contrast too per season. Like to keep a show like moving forward, to keep it all connected, because it's not like Black Mirror, every episode is like different. To keep it
mm-hmm.
Connected, but giving you two different approaches. Because season two, like you
mm,
just mentioned, right? There's a like we see what Gardar has gone through. So therefore, we're like, okay, if the writer wanted, he could have made Thorfinn and Einar's time be as bad because they're slaves. Like season one, slavery was painted as a very bad thing. Still is. But we're seeing these guys get like favorable treatment. Like these dudes are chilling at time. So like
yeah,
his ability to balance that and for not and it's not even like gimmicky or anything like that. It's not like weird. Like, oh, that's weird. That's strange. But he did that like beautifully.
you're
So
right.
I like that too actually. Because you would think season two is written by a complete different person. It's just like
Yeah, yeah,
like Thorfinn's Milo, like Einar, like these guys are getting like the Gramps, like the Masters freaking like your boy. Well, not really your boy, but like bro, any slave that's able to laugh at a freaking Master's master and not get punished for it. It's just
yeah.
like
the,
bro.
yeah,
Uh
that's like shattering any hierarchy that exists if you're able to do that.
right. But at the same time, giving you these little glimpses, not showing you what Gardar must have gone through, but for you to see it in his face, that rage that could not have been cultivated in like weeks. It took fucking like
Mm,
months, maybe years of suffering, but not
mm,
showing it to you. That's what's dope too, actually. It's just for you to
mm,
understand, this man must have gone through a breaking point. Like, fuck it, I'm getting out of here. I don't give a fuck if I die. But it must have
mm.
taken hella shit to get to that. No, top tier. Who's this writer's name, bro? Who's this writer's name for Vinland Saga?
Makoto Yukimura.
Bro,
Hmm.
like he even sounds
Dude, you know what I found out the other day? Apparently, the creator of Vinland Saga, Makoto Yukimura,
yeah,
and the creator of Attack on Titan, Hajime
brothers.
Isayama, they are
Hilarious.
massive fan of each other's work.
Oh,
They're
that's
massive
dope,
fans. That is so fucking
bro.
cool, man. It's like great recognizes great.
That's
Master
beautiful.
recognizes master.
Mm-hmm.
It's I fucking love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, and stop. In season 7 of Billions, Chuck asks Bobby to do him a favor, and he's like, he recognizes that he's a Titan, and I'm also a Titan, and like the respect.
Mm.
Oof. Same season 7, Chuck and freaking Mike Prince share this like they were peeing in the forest. I don't want to get more into that. Like literally, just peeing. Just it's some camp called Owl, and they had this
Mm.
conversation. Like I recognize that you're good. We could have even been friends, but our point of views are so different. Like like you don't have any self doubt, bro. You need that. Oh, I can't. All right, that's some billion shit. But yeah,
It's
it's
also
just
like
people recognizing.
Light and L from Death Note, because you saw Death Note, right?
I did not. Christian, come on, come on. Is there some other dark skinned dude that you talk anime with? Because it's not
Wait,
me.
no. I remember. So you told me that it's not that you watched the anime, but you watched like a live action, I think,
Are you
from
talking
Death
about
Note.
Death Note? Yes, I saw the I
Yeah.
saw the movie of it. The yeah, I did.
So you didn't see the. Did you see the Japanese movie or the English movie
I think it was a Japanese
or
movie.
the so
I
like with
think it was a
Japanese
Japanese one.
actors?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. I
Dude,
haven't seen the live action for that, but yeah.
I saw a Japanese movie, Christian, that I don't years ago. This dude, I don't
Mhm.
know if it's a curse. Like he's wearing a big like a black coat that keeps him alive, but he's dead. I like the movie was so
Hmm.
good, but I was too young. Like I can't for the life of me
Oh,
remember the plot. You just
dude, you should type that into Chat GTP. See what happens.
honestly, bro, yeah. ChatGPT is our friend. That is true. Until it takes over and kill the rest of us. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're headed toward that future.
All right,
Oh my God! Did you
rapidly
see
for some weird reason.
Boston Boston Dynamics? Have you ever seen this company before?
Boston Dynamics. No, what's happened? What happened to them?
They are the people who have been making like these. I don't know what the correct term for it is, but there are these robots that are very dynamic. So if you push them, the robot's gonna like trip a little bit, but then it's gonna catch its balance, and then it's gonna continue walking. They also
Hmm.
have robots that like they'll be faced with a platform that they have to jump onto and then catch their balance when they land, and then they have to like orient themselves and then jump to another platform. These are the bodies. Okay, we have the bodies. Chat GTP is the brain. All that's left is to combine these two, and then we are heading towards a dystopia. It is. It's happening. It's happening, man. We have technology that
uh,
can. We have cameras. So that's eyesight. So you got the brain. You got cameras. You have microphones. That's the voice. You have electricity. That's the heart. You have the body. Like, what else do you need? What else do you need, man? We're getting there.
I'm just
Like,
gonna shit. I'm just gonna go
we're
back to
getting there.
Haiti. Fuck. Oh, I can't go back to Haiti. There's fucking crazy shit going on right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna go somewhere. Fuck. I'm just gonna go somewhere in Africa, bro.
You gotta go to Vinland, dude. You gotta find Vinland. Just go there.
Ooh. Oh my! Why are we derailing so much, bro?
Oh shit! Yeah, it's 20 minutes in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yes. He killed the master, of course, and he's like, it's been a long time. I must go to her. And we're like, bro, who's
Hmm.
her, bro? Who's that bad that keeps you going? Just anyway, back next day on the farm, our boys can taste
Hmm.
freedom. They're walking, like, oh my
Oh,
goodness, they
wait.
can feel it.
Sorry,
What's up?
I'm gonna
What's
cut
up?
you off real quick. We have a new opening. Just want to touch on that real quick. Too soon to dissect it, but really quickly, there is a lot of religious imagery. There is a doll that is made of sticks, which looks like an allegory of Jesus on the cross. We see the scales of balance, just like the coin that guy flicked, who helped Buddy Boy
Buddy boy, what are you, Ellie from The Last of Us? What you think?
I forget his name.
He helped Omar.
Omar. Yes, yes, the guy who flicked the coin and helped Omar. That also had the scales of balance. We see the Pieta which is a sculpture by Michelangelo, where
Hmm.
Mary is holding the body of Jesus after his crucifixion. And then we saw similar imagery with a woman holding a man. And the sculpture typically represents themes of grief, sorrow, pity, etc. Then we also see a lot of violence. So, of course, it's beautifully animated. It's Vinland Saga Animation Studios, Mappa. These things at this point, they're just par for course. These people know what they're fucking doing. So everything is beautiful, music incredible, chills every time I listen to it. I've listened to it multiple times. Uh, you see imagery of Thorfinn carrying his demons, and then we see a whole bunch of butterflies. So maybe at some point we can dive back into what all that means later. But
Oh, is this the opening song?
the opening song, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones used to do that. That's pretty cool, actually.
Not the
Hmm.
butterflies.
No, of just things that an episode would cover, like by showing you the different kingdoms and just like little things in the yeah. Be pretty cool,
Dun,
actually.
dun,
Pretty
dun,
cool.
dun, 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 dun,
Christian,
dun.
you're not even a real fan. Don't even do that. Just don't out of respect,
Well,
don't even do that. You know
it's
what?
an
I'm just gonna get
iconic
back to
song.
I'm gonna get back to the show, bro. Just all right. Back to Vinland Saga. I'm not taking this disrespect. You didn't finish it. But anyway, it is what it is. Back in the farm,
And
you're
I
freaking
never
wrong.
will, bro. I never will.
You fucking Mulin Quinn. Thor said that in Avengers. Apparently, some people in freaking an Asgard, like you Mulin Quinn, I think he said some shit. But yeah, crazy stuff. You're walking back in the farm. They're almost out. We can taste freedom. Um, and Einar doesn't seem too happy. So we're like, what's going on?
Mm.
And my boy's fixated on the fact that he can't save Arnheid. Like it's dope that we can be saved, we can be free, but her deal just doesn't allow that. And shit, and Ketel's like, fam, you're not. Ketel is swimming every night. Ketel's like, you're, shit.
Oh.
Ketel's drowning.
Oh man. Damn, these are some strong innuendos. Damn.
Ketel, you're not going anywhere. You're not taking Arnheid anywhere. Anyway, crazy shit. And Thorfinn's like, wait, are you in love with her? He said, no, it's not like that. I'm like, bro, all right.
It's definitely like that.
Snake gets up. Where's Gramps? I don't know where Gramps at. What's going on, man? I had to skip lunch. It's almost dinner. Dinner. That sounds like a French accent. It's almost dinner time. So so I was like, yeah. Where's he at? Like as he's speaking, he looks up. We don't see what he sees. He gets on a horse and tell the guys, "Follow me." And that's right,
It's such an inconvenient situation.
right.
No
But
consideration
you're
at all.
hey, but you're a slave. So
Yeah, you're a slave.
oh man, yeah. He find Gramps. Gramps passed out in the field. He was in the middle of using a hoe, which I think no, that's not the hoe. The
Mm.
hoe is a different. It's a larger equipment. This is just a. What would you call this? What's the English word for this? I think in Creole that would be like on piqua, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. Or an axe? No, an axe is not that.
Mm.
I don't know actually, but yeah, he was using something and passed out while using it on the field.
Mm.
Um, and then we skip over to Gramps. He would get up in his room, like he wakes up, get knocks back into consciousness. I guess that's what you said. His hands are shaking as he's trying to get the water, and he says, "Damn, it sucks. I'm gonna die here. I want to die on my farm." Um,
Mm.
and
And
then
that's why he wanted to collapse out there. Or that's why he probably didn't make a lot of noise, He wanted to,
mm,
if he was going to die, just let it be right now on my farm.
yeah, yeah. Imagine if that's what actually happened. Like because imagine the first like what 5 seconds of whatever he had was painful, but he was satisfied because it's like
Yeah.
it's on my farm. Take me now. It's fine,
Yeah,
even though it's fucking
dude.
uncomfortable.
Dude, okay. Really, really quick side tangent because I saw this yesterday and it's very relevant to what you just said. And I just want to, is it because it stuck with me? I saw, it was this MMA fighter. She's been fighting since she was like 17, and I think she had an accident in 2016, a car accident. And
Okay.
all these years, everyone thought that it was just an accident, and never it was nothing on her part that could cause it the accident because it's an accident. But she said in the interview that it wasn't an accident; it was actually a suicide attempt. And as she was in the accident, her car was tumbling. She had a brief, like 5 seconds, where she didn't regret her actions, and she was just at peace with the fact that she was about to die.
Damn.
Um, and typically, when I hear stories of people who survived suicide attempts, they say that, like, there was this one guy, uh, trigger warning, by the way, if anyone's not good with this kind of stuff, maybe skip ahead like 5 minutes. This guy, he jumped off a bridge, and he was trying to kill himself. And then on the way down, he just immediately felt regret. Like he really wished he didn't jump. And I hear that a lot with a lot of suicide victims. So I figure that's just like what a lot of people feel when they go to commit suicide. But so then to hear this MMA fighter be like, no, I wasn't like that. I was more than content with what was happening. It stuck with me because I don't
Damn.
remember hearing anybody say something like that. Yeah.
Damn. I've never heard of that too. Yeah, because that's the thing. That's the perspective, right? Because this is all subjective, especially from an outsider looking in. Because like you don't
Mhm.
know. Like it can just to most of us, it's an act of cowardice. It's very gloomy. It's dark. But at the same time, for that person, it might be the most cathartic thing they could do. Just like it might
Yeah.
be the final moments of that peace, like
Yeah.
coming to terms. It's finally over now. Like I can
Yeah.
relax. Oh, it's just oh.
It's
There's no
crazy.
movie about this, bro. Is there no movie about this? Because that's a very good concept.
Well,
That
maybe
would be a good
we
concept,
gotta make
actually.
one, dude.
We got to make one. We got to make one. All right. If anyone's listening to this 5 6 years, and because if we blow up in 5 6 years, because artists always get their flowers when they die. But anyway,
Oh,
just
oh my.
do not
Oh,
take this idea until I make it. Christian, or not this is I'm thinking about this now, so I'm just gonna say it right now. You know the movie Vintage Point? You never seen it. Vintage Point is a movie that something happened and they show it 5 6 different characters of that movie from their perspective. So I am thinking right
ooh, that
now.
sounds like
I'm thinking.
convergent storytelling.
So
Mhm.
I literally just thought right now a movie about someone committing suicide, but from two different lenses. Her best friend or parent or sister or brother or counselor trying to save her, thinking what she's doing is wrong, like thinking she should fight, but us also seeing it from her lenses that this is the best thing to do. I want two different perspectives, but in a movie, because that would be sick. Like I
Oh,
really.
I feel like this concept of seeing. I think I've seen this before
Yeah, I
somewhere.
think
It
I've
might
seen
not have
this
been a
too.
movie, but that sounds familiar.
Oh, Christian, I think. Okay, okay. Last of Us. Unfortunately, I can't remember which episode, so I can freaking pin it to this YouTube episode. You.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say episode 4. Even if it's irrelevant, I'm gonna pin it to episode 4, where Christian, you said you read a book about a fairy that wasn't a cave, and then years later, some boy was also in that cave. But that's not perspective. That's like reality, I think. But
Mm.
that's the closest thing you've said that I can equate it to. Um, yeah.
Mm. So I remember what I'm thinking of. You remember when I told you about danganronpa?
Those names don't mean anything to me.
What? The name Danganronpa is it's such a weird name. I thought it would
Of
have
course,
like left an
saying it
impression.
again does not do anything.
You remember I sent you a picture of this is a game. It's like it has an anime aesthetic, and I sent you a picture of this character that had a spear impaled in their stomach, and they were tied with ropes. Like there, you remember that?
I do not, but I can dig through my messages and find it.
So that is a game. Spoilers for like anybody who plans on playing Danganronpa. It's a very old game, but spoilers if you do. That's a game where the character, like the whole thing of Danganronpa, it's like it's a murder game, right? Like these kids, they're forced into an environment where their memories have been taken from them, and they're just forced to kill each other. Well, so one person is forced to kill the other, and then they have to do it discreetly. And then once that happens, a class trial happens where the rest of the students have to guess who the killer was based on whatever clues they can gather. So, one of the characters, he it appears to us that he committed suicide, but there were so many different layers to the decision that went into that went into why he committed suicide, that they show you one perspective initially where they had everyone in the class, they're having the class trial and they're trying to figure out, okay, who was it that killed this person. And then later on in the game you find out that well, okay, wait, real quick. There was also the class trial. Is that they found out that the person committed suicide because they were trying to trick everybody into making the wrong decision in the class trial. Because if you lose the class trial, that means that everybody dies. So the person who killed
Mhm.
himself was trying to kill everybody else by committing suicide. He was a very crazy character.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
but yeah. So this guy, so the class trial happens, and that's the verdict. You find out he committed suicide because he wanted everybody to die. But then later on, towards the end of the game, we get his perspective and we see what he was thinking as he was committing suicide. And it was completely different than
Oh.
the class trial and all the evidence that pointed towards him committing suicide. So
Mm.
it's pretty much exactly what we were talking about. Two perspectives on
Mm.
death. And it was very cool. I wanted you to play the game, man, but you
I only play FIFA. It's literally as I don't know if it's a Haitian in me, but
such a
that's a
good
movie I'd
story.
watch. That's a very good story, actually. That's a very good story indeed. Yeah, now anything with two different, I love that. I really love that. Just Vintage Point is nice. Vintage Point is nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. I'd say like Jon Snow's parents, how they thought Homegirl was raped, but that's not really what happened. Like it was actually a marriage of love between a Targaryen and a freaking Ned Stark sister. But yeah, it's I'd say that, but that's the only thing I can think of. But no, but that's a good concept. I want to do something with that. Yeah, Christian, put a pin on that. We'll write that story one of these days. Um,
Dude, maybe we can extrapolate that dream that I had and then incorporate
bro,
because
no,
my dream
that
was
Christian, no, I know. I just revealed mine. No, that's too much gem. We can't get given that out. That's just like you're gonna have to sign an NDA, Christian, to never disclose this. Only to me. But yeah, yeah, let's just stop.
only there's only
I don't
one
want no
other
one to hear
person.
about that dream because that dream is yes, you're another person. I know. it's,
Yeah, there's only
it's,
two people in this world who will know this
it's
story.
so weird how overprotective I am of this. Every time you bring it up, I'm like seriously, like stop, don't say anything. That dream is sick, Christian. That dream is freaking sick. But
It was wild.
both of those dreams were sick, man. The people
Yeah.
from the future, just come on.
Mhm.
All right, stop. The gym, the gym that can signify so much because that's hope. That's where everybody stayed. The freaking just be
And it was in a
freaking what is it
school,
in a school?
post-apocalyptic.
Like wait, they didn't come back. Oh my god! Okay, stop. This shows you how much I remember that dream. Like,
Yeah.
cliffhanger. Oh, that plot twist.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for plot twists, bro. Memento, oh, Inception, The Prestige, oh, The Prestige,
Mm,
The Village.
my number one movie is The Prestige. Time.
Oh,
I was thinking about this earlier this week. I was like, what
Predestination.
really is predestination? That's yeah. I really do.
Mm, plot twist. I'm here for it. Lady in the Water. That's not really plot twisty. That's another M Night Shyamalan. That's pretty good. That has Chuck Rhodes from Billions in it. It's very good. And that
Oh
has
shit.
Homegirl from Jurassic Park. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, crazy shit. No, I'm a sucker for a good plot twist. A good plot twist, I am here for it. Even the one in Netflix, Fractured, bro. Just revealing the movie in the last like 20 seconds of the movie, bro. Over hinting
Ooh.
on organ trafficking, like yeah, I'm like, there's no way because there's too much hints. But bro,
Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I know
yeah, Christian,
we've
we've never
completely
done this.
gone off the rails. Last thing, the Cabin in the Woods. Have you seen that movie?
This is current, Christian. This is M. Night Shyamalan with Batista.
No,
Wait, no, never mind, never mind, never
no.
mind. That's something else.
Yeah, this is
Having
like
no, I can just Google this shit right
2013.
now.
Yeah, there's a big ass plot twist in that movie. That's a big twist that goes on in there.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
your classic horror movie where a bunch of teens go into a cabin in the woods and some spooky
Yeah.
stuff goes down. But there's a twist there. There's something
Ah.
big. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, your boy who plays Thor in
Thor. Yeah, I'm looking at
Chris
the cast
Hemsworth.
right now. Mm-hmm.
They got some
Looking at
A-listers
the
on there.
cast right now. Hmm. Hmm. Richard Jenkins from Step Brothers. Okay. 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 And the Hall Pass. He's a old retired pimp in Hall Pass. Whoa. All right, Christian. I'm gonna speed
Yeah.
through because this is just
Yeah. Okay.
insane.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
where was I even at? Yeah, Gramps, right? Gramps got back up. Listen, for the
mm,
freaking, we apologize. This will never happen again. Fuck, it will happen again. This is our podcast. Like, we
wait.
do what we want. But anyway, back, yeah, yeah, yeah. So Graham's like, my boy's wallowing shit. Like, I'm gonna die here. Some crazy shit. And then the mistress sends Arnheid to take care of everyone, and she cooks. And
Mm.
you can tell by how good the food looks. Like, bro.
Ooh, I was eating pizza when I initially watched this episode. When they showed the food, I was so happy because in anime, food always looks otherworldly delicious, and it always
Mm.
makes me hungry. So they didn't get me this time. So being able to take a bite, tasty food when they did, it meant everything to me because it just rarely happens
Mm.
that it
This is
lines up this way
true.
for me.
This is true. This is true. Unfortunately, I'm not that. No, that shit won't happen to me. But for you, Christian, I'm glad you got your moment. Just,
And this scene
uh,
also it made me um I because I find it interesting when get people in general they get so much joy out of making food for others, like pure joy from that comes from doing a selfless gesture for somebody else. So I see it all the time whenever I eat food that somebody else makes. It's like some innate force that causes humans to want others to enjoy the food that they prepare. And I couldn't help but think that it must have made Arnheid very happy to see everyone enjoy her food so much. Like they just wolfed it down. And Arnheid, she was serving this food with like this tender, motherly wholesomeness. But then we get a shot at her hands where you
yes,
see how rough they look. And then
yes,
suddenly that wholesome turns into something very heartbreaking.
yes,
And it was beautifully done.
yes, Christian. Yes, like, it was. Oh, because this is the toll it's taking on her physically to
Yeah.
be this gentle. Like that's your sense of touch, which you primarily do with your hand. It's like
Mm.
that's bruised by washing clothes constantly or freaking
Yeah, the
a bunch
water.
of
Yeah.
things like it's corroded and she still like she's still able to be tender, dude. No,
Yeah.
that really was heartbreaking. Like, but the writer again and the shot people, what do you call these, the photographers, not photographers, what is it, the videographers?
Uh,
Well, it's not a video, they're not
directors.
real people. No, I'm talking about whoever's in charge of zooming in and bringing that small attention to detail, like bringing that like to light. Because it could have,
Yeah.
if it was from far out, we would not have been able to see her hand. We wouldn't have been able to see how bruised her hands were. But they made sure to zoom in so you can see the imperfection, to see the freaking like marks and how freaking tired her hands are, like just
Yeah.
overused. Yet she still
Mhm.
keep a smile. Like, dude, it must take a toll. because she does everything with her hands. She just cooked that food with her hands. She's lifting the spoon to put in Gramps' mouth with her hands. Oh, just
Mm-hmm.
and the king Kettle, whenever Kettle's whining, she has to caress Kettle with her hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like, bro,
Yeah.
Jesus, that's
Mm-hmm.
insane, man. That's oh yeah, you're right. As soon as I saw that, I was like, bro, shit, this
Mm-hmm.
anime I hear got me freaking almost tearing up. Some crazy shit. But anyway, but yeah. And Gramps refused to eat, pride. Like, he's like, I'm not about that life. Just no. But then his stomach growls and everybody start laughing, and these folks started laughing like they're friends. like like you have the leader of the retainers put in place to persecute you, and you have the leader of basically the farm because the current leader is his son, and you're all cracking jokes
Crazy.
about his stomach.
Crazy. Crazy.
These slaves have it too good.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. Gardar would never, he could never see a scene like this probably in his
right,
wildest imagination. No
right.
way.
Bro, why couldn't my ancestors have this, man?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Man,
dude.
unless freaking I say unless. Instead, we have the freaking Willie Lynches and this freaking. All right. It's not. We're not gonna get dark, but we're back after the dinner. They're talking good about Gramps. He's a kind man, but he can be scary sometimes. But he's kind, and Gramps hears it.
Mm. Meant
Oh,
so
he's
much
like,
to him.
yeah, and he
So
doesn't even try
much.
to fight it because he's sometimes like, oh, but he's like, he's like,
Yeah. Love it. I love it.
mm,
Such a nice moment.
man. And Arnheid gets to allude to a time that she haven't felt in a long time. Like, she
Yeah.
gets to say, wow, for a glimpse, for a moment, for a second, she felt free.
Yeah, I got a little emotional when she said that. It was weird. Like
Mm,
I didn't expect to get a well, not weird. It's just I didn't expect to get like a little teary eyed when I saw that. But it's just these moments of levity. They're rare in Vinland Saga. So I guess it just caught me off guard, and that caused like the emotional response from me because it was very sweet to see that.
See, to me, like, levity is a positive thing. This actually made me sadder, actually. It's just to show
Mm,
how, to me, when I heard her say this, it was like she's just been a slave for so long that she's almost forgot how it felt to be free. So saying,
yeah,
"Wow, this took me back to that," it's like, damn, girl, like your life sucks. She's like, wow, that's why you're equating to freedom, like being able to freely laugh because you're not able to do that. Something
uh,
as simple as that, bro.
uh,
Ugh, crazy
that's rough.
shit, man. Yeah. Um. So yeah, after the dinner, everyone's chilling, and then Fox brings news to Snake. Like, hey, a slave escaped from Kajak.
That's
A
that's a
snake,
crazy.
a slave escaped from KJALLAKR apostrophe S's farm.
How do you even pronounce KRS? Chris? Curse? 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 Just like chopping off letters as I go. That's a crazy.
3 days ago. Yeah. Some motherfucker escaped 3 days ago from some dude's farm. And Snake's like, he got what he deserved. He always treated slaves poorly, which is exactly what we said in the beginning of this episode before I went off to these multiple tangents, which we'll try our hardest not to ever get down to, but unfortunately we will. That homeboy must have been very terrible for a slave to risk dying to fucking kill you. Like, the human
Mm,
body, you get to a point where you say, like, I've had enough and I don't care. Like people that get up and quit their job. Not just get up though, from
mm,
years of just can't do it no more. Like, you know what? Fuck the bills. Fuck the health insurance. Fuck the car payment. I don't care. I can't take this no more. So,
mhm,
so for the slave to
mhm.
be like, you know what, man, forget this. I don't care if I die. Just I'm killing you today, bro. You're dying. I forgot to notice too, the slave didn't kill the woman with the baby.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
shows, although he's filled with rage, he's still selective on who's the culprit to his miss, to his what was it? No, is it not? I'm looking for to his
Misfortune.
misfortunes. Sure. Yep. That's true. Which is good. Which still shows
Mm,
humanity. Which shows
right.
controlled.
It's not a blind rage. And
Yes, yes, Christian. It's not Daenerys Targaryen, which is justified. Anyway, I'm not gonna go back in that tangent. Yeah, just, if you've been listening to the podcast, you know my take on that. But yeah, if you
hey, you know
haven't,
mine.
Christian, stop. Just- that's the rage, Christian. That's the rage. Uncontrolled. It's uncontrolled.
It's blind. He sees red. Duck.
He's
Red,
red.
run. Scat.
Ren. Ren. All right. All right. All right. But yeah, he got what he deserved, Snake said. Um, and Fox continued, yeah, he killed the master, he killed the son, and set the house on fire. Snake took a few step back, and not a few step back, he was sitting down. He's just taking all this in. And he's like, this guy must be a skilled fighter. And Fox is like, yeah, that's cool and all, but Kajak's uncle, the victim's uncle, is put a bounty on homeboy's head, bro. 3 horses, anyone can catch him. And again, Snake is very calculative, which I love. He's very precautious. He's meticulous. It's like, this man was able to do all that. Horses aside, which is good. We should be very cautious with homeboy. Season 7 of Chuck Rhodes. Very cautious, Christian. And if you watch season 6, which you didn't, to see what Mike Prince put him through, although everybody doesn't like Mike Prince, you'd know why Chuck is very freaking selective of what he does. But anyway, yeah. So Snake says, keep watch in group of 3. Even if you spot him, call for reinforcements first. There's no telling what a cornered man will do. Of course, this shit fell to fucking deaf ears. It's just crazy. But Snake's wisdom, bro, his analysis are so accurate. Just just from hearing, because how many retainers with big egos would be like, 3 horses, a slave? That's what we do, bro. That's what we do here, man. We tame slaves.
Yeah.
But he's like, nah. He's able to do what? Okay. Yeah. And then next morning, Fox and 2 retainers, they find the slave.
Loud ass motherfucker, dude.
I've never seen people fumbled a job so bad like Arsenal did last season.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about soccer. I'm an Arsenal fan, and we literally handed Man City the title, which you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, Christian. And sometime in this podcast, maybe if we get deep enough, we're currently doing good. We're doing good right now, so I have nothing to complain about. But self sabotage, basically. I'm gonna explain this very quickly, Christian. We are up by 7 points, or something like that. The runner up that's coming up second. Before we play them, we have to play 2 or 3 other teams. We're like, okay, we can afford to lose by the runner up, Man City. We'll be fine. We play our game, we tie. But Southampton, I think, freaking a stupid low team, and of course Theo Walcott scored against us, our old player. Next game, I think West Ham, or the different order, because this was last season. We tied them again. We're like, okay, now we can only tie or win against Man City. That's great. Next game, Christian, we lose to some team. Great. So now we can only beat City. And of course, City freaking beats us. We literally gave the title away in the end of the season. You know when you hand something away? It wasn't taken. We handed the title to Man City. This is what these guys did, basically. It was just stupid. But anyway, being an Arsenal fan, bro, it's just I don't know. It is what it is.
You know what I think is so fascinating is the and this is just an observation, because at one point I was really big into the NBA, so I would do the same thing. But this whole we mentality that a lot of fans across the globe have with their favorite sports teams.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. They speak if a team loses, it's like, fuck man, we lost.
Yeah.
We spent our whole life following this and we lost.
Yeah.
All that time. We lost it. Because I used to be a really big Lakers fan back in the day, and I would say the same thing. I would always talk in terms of we, the sports teams.
Yeah, this is why solitary confinement is one of the harshest forms of punishment, because as human beings, we long to belong to a clan, to a family, to a team, to a group.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like making these attachments with players that don't even fucking know of your existence. It's just a
Yeah.
team that you freaking hold, a team that can ruin your weekend. That these
Mm.
motherfuckers get paid. They're right after the loss, they're going out bawling. But it's just
Yeah, right.
it's fascinating. And whoever invented that you can't switch teams, like you're gonna have to like Jets fans, like you have to freaking
Bandwagon.
carry, like you have to carry this trauma every season. Arsenal fans too for the past few years, finishing eighth back to back. It's just like, bro. But anyway, like, and you can't leave the team. You have to support it.
You're
It's never
locked
ending
in.
contract. Like, it's insane, man. It's insane. Yeah, they see the slave, and like I say, they freaking butcher it. Uh, like Badger and some other guy. What was the other guy's name? Christian. What was the guy's name? They don't tell us the name. Lizard. Yes, because
Lizard,
to
yeah.
tell at the end of the episode to tell us Lizard. Yeah, Badger and Lizard get in a fight. Badger's like, "Oh, I can take him by myself." Lizard's like, "What the fuck? We're here for reinforcement." And freaking Fox is like, "Guys, shut the fuck up! Hey, guys, be quiet." Nobody hears the slave walk up, and he
Eesh.
doesn't. He look
Yeah.
and just gets close to them like crazy,
Such a
man.
big oversight. Such a big oversight. It's like silly, you know? It's just a very silly thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like you could get away with doing that in anime, but if it wasn't like in the real world, that would just be so weird. But
Um,
it's an anime, so it's you can allow it. You can let it get away, or
but it's plausible, Christian. It's like zoning out while you're in class, being fixated on something and completely not hearing the
that's
professor
true.
speak
That's
until
true.
Christian, Christian, do you have an answer to this
Hmm.
question? And it's like,
So,
it's like, oh shit, what, huh? What are you saying? Yeah, like when your focus is on something, it completely like your senses just completely merge into where you're focusing them. It just I don't know if I'm
mm,
explaining this the correct way, but yeah, yeah, it's like all of a
totally true.
sudden, yeah, all of a sudden their sense of like hearing, sense of what is that sense of hearing? Is that what you guys say in English?
Mm,
Sense of hearing.
since
They're able to only listen to like where they're at, each other's voice, because this heated argument got them freaking blindsided, and that's all they were focusing on. Like their sights, they were only looking at each other, screaming at each other. They were only hearing each other's voices, which completely blocked out every other thing. And Homeboy got the drop on them. Very agile too for a man who have not eaten for a while. This dude leaped. That was like a freaking
yeah.
Black Panther leap. I was
Yep.
like, bro, crazy shit, man. Yeah. So of course, and then still in the morning, they're doing chores. They look like a cute family. Einar's chopping wood. Arnheid is doing some
Mhm.
laundry. They show her hands
Mhm.
again. Laundry, the water. So sad.
What's
And
it called?
Thorfinn.
What is? I'm trying to think of There's like this thing on YouTube,
Yeah.
ASMR. Yeah, yeah. I got ASMR vibes from this little scene you're describing, with like the water cleaning clothes or dishes, and then Einar chopping wood. It was very cathartic to just sit there and listen to the sounds. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed that. The animals making noises. It was very nice. I like that.
No, it's for a moment they looked free. Just like,
Yeah, yeah. A nice little family.
yeah. And then Thorfinn is eavesdropping. They're like, what's going on?
Mm.
Like he's listening to Homeboy read the Bible, and they're like, wait, is he religious? He's like, no, he's not really that religious, but it's interested to him. And then they show us Mr. Snake, who's reading somewhere in the New Testament, which I'll come back and say where I said that. The Gramps, it's like love your enemies, like and pray for those who persecute you. It's like all this kind of stuff. Like so your son and father who's in heaven. It's like, like for all the good things he did, like the sun, he calls the sun to rise. Basically to give thanks, to be like righteous. and love those who love you. You get a reward if you do that. Like all kind of like good shit. But
Mm.
then when Snake's done reading, he's like, this was a bit boring. I want to go back to the beginning instead. When he said, I want to go back to the beginning instead, like we've mentioned this over and over, right? I read my Bible, so that's great. A lot of people, when they think of New Testament and Old Testament, to them, God gotten a bit softer in the Old Test and New Testament, because the old one, there's he was more rigid, as in like Sodoma and Gomorrah. I think that's how you say it in this language. It's like, yeah, there was prostitution going on there.
Whoa! Wait,
What just happened?
say those names again.
Sodoma and Gomorrah. It's in French. It's Sodom and Gomorrah, but I don't know if this is how it is. They're towns.
Ooh. I think that's the name of two characters in One Piece. So okay.
Oh, okay. Those are literally biblical references. Yeah, it's a town that they basically like with a bunch of shit was going down there. So God destroyed that for Noah with the ark. At the earth, people were doing crazy shit. You had a flood. He sent plagues at some point somewhere. Like for Moses, the people were starving in the desert for a while. Like Moses had to learn to be patient. Just he was more rigid. And then you look at New Testament, it was like love your neighbor, or hey, you're doing bad. Instead of killing all of you, I'm gonna send my only son come die so you can have basically an outlet to find your way back to me. Like he's gonna be the conduit. So when Snake says, this is boring, I want to go back to the beginning instead. Like I thought, oh shit, he's talking about a more fearful God, because this is putting him to sleep. This is some sweet turn the other cheek kind of God that he's reading. So if that's what the writers wanted to convey by Snake saying that, they did that perfectly. Because a lot of people tend to say that. Yeah, Old Testament God is, you don't want to fuck with him. But New Testament God, yeah, he's gonna send his son. You'll be fine.
See, this is why I want to read the Bible, man. Like I want to. Well, I want to read it. Not because I'm a religious person, or
Yeah.
um, but I do want to read it for the sake of just having context for the human history and the thoughts
Mm.
that have guided mankind to where we are today. Like, I want to do the Bible, the Quran. You mentioned it before to me. Uh, what is it? The the sex
Wait,
book,
no. This Kama Sutra. Oh shit,
the Kama
Christian, stop.
Sutra.
Christian,
Yeah.
you're already equipped. Listen, the girls are the neighbors know
No,
your
no,
name,
stop,
Christian. The
stop,
neighbors
stop,
know your name.
stop.
Just
No, but yeah, like these, like across all the religions, I want to pick up their, you know, their quintessential book, and I want to just
quintessential.
read it. And then also like a lot of the classics, Moby Dick, Shakespeare. Uh, I want to dabble in all this stuff because reading is such, yeah, I know you already know. I
Mm-hmm.
love reading. I think it's one of the most beautiful aspects of human culture and human society, and just the gift of intelligence as well. Being able to there's so many benefits to reading. I could go on for a while. I'm not, because this is already long as fuck. But
Yeah, no, I mean it's true. It's true, dude.
yeah,
Especially the Bible, man. Like it's like not even for like as a religion. There's so much like principles, like so many, like
yeah,
most things that happens into this world, like things that you do. Like the Bible is so many, yeah, like say principles. Basically, I already said that to like guide you into a better way to like live your life. Like hierarchy, the Bible teaches that very strongly in terms like a family, in terms of a kingdom, basically just that's another big thing that's in there. Yeah, my uncle has this like a podcast, like literally like daily. He's not
really.
religious, but he's biblical. Yeah, but it's done in Creole. You would not understand. So I listen to it every
Oh,
morning as I'm going to work. Yeah, and it's him
huh.
dissecting the Bible and incorporating that into like human life and shit that we do. It's
Damn, that
it's,
sounds
it's, it's
cool. What?
yeah. No, like we have freaking lengthy conversations about this shit every day. But yeah, it's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Nah, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope. Yeah, my uncle's like my mentor. Actually, it's a bunch of shit I know in this life that he has taught me. Yeah, because my parents kind of like
Mm.
indirectly raised me because I was shipped here and I've been here from Haiti. But yeah,
Mm.
so the uncles and aunts had to pitch in, which they did a very good job, I'd say. But yeah, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So yeah, Snake's done reading the Bible. He's like, all right. He gets up. Gramps pieced himself. Pieced. Bro, what's up? What was the other thing I said earlier? There's some weird word. Dinner. I said dinner, and I was like dinner, and like pissed. Gramps pissed
Uh,
himself.
Pistons.
Yes. So he called Arnheid to come take care of Gramps. And as he's going to wash his face and hand, Thorfinn and Einar ask question like homeboy is a fucking equal to them. Like, hey, what's your relationship with the old master? Never heard slaves
Yeah.
ask those questions. But it's just,
This the audacity.
uh, it's just- honestly, bro, these dudes need to get whipped. Like, I'm against violence, but bro, they need to knock some reality into them. Just be like, do not know your place. Just, this is I've yo, bro, the testicular fortitude to just,
Yeah.
man, crazy shit, man. It's like, what do you mean? There's no relationship here. I'm just planning on inheriting and selling that book once he
Mm.
dies. That book, the Bible, that shows you how much he values the Bible too, and he knows of people that value it too. Um, was religion for as so far we're in season 2? Has religion been a big thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Canute,
Yeah.
bro, duh. Fuck. What am I
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah, yeah, okay. I can see him selling that for make a good make some quick buck. Not quick buck, actually a lot of money
Oh,
for that.
also, since you mentioned Canute, the Bible verse, how I also interpreted the things that Snake was saying, it's very closely echoing the priest's definition of love
Mm,
in season one, which revolved
mm-hmm,
around this idea of indiscrimination. Like he
mm,
was saying, the sun rises on the good and the evil, rain falls on the righteous and the unrighteous. Like these themes were very prevalent in this verse. So, and it reminded me of the priest as well.
that is true. Wherever homeboy is, probably getting drunk as we speak.
Yeah,
But yeah.
he's getting sloshed.
um damn. And they show you Arnheid's hands again, man. And it's like, bro,
Mm.
it's like can't take it. They're like throbbing at this point. They're like shaking. Cause she had to go freaking wash the freaking Gramps' clothes.
Mm.
And then oh snap, slave, a horse is coming. Like, what's going on? We see Fox in the back. Boss, he killed Lizard. Lizard, unfortunately, the guy who was against the ambush, but motherfucker was too loud and shit. But yeah. And Badger's like injured. Fox is also injured too. And they're like, boss, that's the slave. And Snake runs and like go gets his sword. And the slave on the horse, as he's running, Arnheid see someone that she recognizes. She runs toward this horse and screams like Gardar, Gardar. She
Mm.
says Gardar, Gardaro, Gardaro, Gardaro. She says some shit. That's not Gardar, but of course it's her own language. But it means Gardar. And
Mm.
homeboy stops mid galloping
Majestically.
majestically, slow motion in front of Einar's face. Like, bro, it's just like, yeah. It's like Einar, that's the man. That's. It's like Einar knew his place right then and there. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard her scream my name like that. It's like,
Oh man. Oh man.
what is going on? My boy turned and says, "I finally found you, my wife." It makes sense. It makes sense,
It
man.
makes sense.
We about to be caught in the love triangle, man. We got
Oh,
Ketil. Kelto's not letting her girl go. Einar have a 6 year plan like Cody from Sweet Life on Deck to win over Bailey. Like Einar got a 6 year plan just
oh man,
to win
this.
her over. Gardar's like, bro, no, that's Bay. And the way she screamed, Christian,
Mm,
she screamed.
yeah, it was pain. It was pain in that scream.
I don't know, man. I think it was excitement.
Oh, man.
Yeah, crazy shit. She said, I found you, my wife. Crazy shit, man. The episode ends. Homegirl's married.
Crazy.
She got 3 men in her
Man.
life. Oh.
Oh.
All right, this was okay. For the next one, let's try not do that. We
Yeah.
apologize for whoever listens, whoever made it this far. Actually, you shout out to you.
Yeah. You know what? You're a real one.
You're a real one. All right, that's it. What else? What else you want to say, man? What's going on? What else?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. See you.
Oh.